being self-aware as well as kind of knowing yourself. Did you reach a point? Was there kind of a moment for each of you where you just kind of knew everything was going to be okay?
I don't know. I don't think I know that everything's gonna, stuff's gonna be. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Thing. I mean, like, right now things are okay. We're gonna have stuff that comes up, big stuff, small stuff. Right? We're just really comfortable with where we're at. We're comfortable with what we're doing right now, and comfortable with that. What we're doing is right for us and for music and for the people that like this band.
Cool. Thanks for your time, guys.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you.
Thanks.
We're doing really quick stuff, this question for question.
All right, cool.
2 seconds.
Sure. So we're talking to a lot of bands about coping in the rain. You guys miss the rain? Do you have V-Fest survival tips?
Oh, well, I have festival survival tips is stay hydrated, but today that's obviously not a problem, right?
Warm today's having lots of clothes on.
Yeah.
Did you see Petticone today?
No shirt.
Petticone, the drummer in the Bled.
Yeah.
No shirt, pouring rain, and 40 degrees.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it, but.
I don't know either. Basically, that's it. I mean, if you're going to drink or do drugs, which I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life, but if you're going to do it, try to keep it under control, because you could end up in real bad shape at a festival, or, in a lot of trouble. Stuff like that. I mean, hydration is the main thing. And trying to stay safe, sticking close to your friends, try not to lose anybody, especially in those festivals they have in Europe that have last days and you camp out, you gotta be really careful with those things.
And when it rains, when the bands are playing, come down in front of the stage. When the bands aren't playing, go hide up in the seats.
Yeah.
There's like a big covered area up there.
Yeah.
But I think you shouldn't be up there when a band's playing, because it's not fun.
Really quickly, how many Vancouver bands can you name? Seeing as we are in Vancouver.
Oh, I can't. But that's because I don't know where a lot of bands I like come from. Like, where's Sloan from? They're Canadian, but
Toronto. Halifax.
Halifax, all
We
right.
live in Toronto now.
Vancouver.
Where's Rush from?
Toronto.
Okay.
I'm surprised a band like Sloan would appear on your radar.
Yeah, I don't know how. Years ago, I think a friend of mine showed them to me. I thought they were a pretty cool band too. I'm sure there's lots of bands like We Love Billy Talent.
Where's Billy
Talent
from?
They're from Toronto.
Okay.
Who's from
Toronto. Who's from Vancouver?
Who's from Vancouver? Tegan and Sarah from Vancouver.
I haven't heard them, but I know a lot of people like them.
The New Pornographers are from Vancouver.
Also haven't heard them, but
Nardwar's from Vancouver.
never heard of Nardwar. No. Never heard.
The question should have been, what Toronto bands do now?
Yeah.
I know we're in Vancouver, but still.
How many Vancouver nicknames do you know?
Zero. Right?
He looks shocked.
No,
What would you call
I
it?
don't
The
know.
Coover?
You know what? Every single band we've talked to has said the Coover, but I live in Canada. I've never heard that.
Right. Well, what is it? What are the nicknames for Vancouver?
I don't know. I've heard Vansterdam,
Amsterdam.
Van City.
I would think Montreal is more like Amsterdam, personally.
Yeah,
That's my take on the city.
it's my hometown, so I agree with you.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I don't know anything.
We're doing a special for new music, non-related to what's going on here, about censorship in music.
Okay.
And a lot of what is going on with censorship these days seems to pertain to rap. Russell Simmons was talking publicly a couple of weeks ago about, with clean records, censoring bitch, hoe,
Right.
N-word, all that kind of stuff. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, there's also a lot of censorship in rock that I've seen. I think I've seen protests recently against gangster rap, what they call gangster rap. I think it's because of the objectifying women is the main beef people have. I don't think people have a main concern with curse words so much as they have with words probably like those you just said. So, and I think it's too general to generalize, to generalize and say all rap's like that. It's not. So, I mean, I find that to be disheartening. Because there's, a lot that isn't like that.
I think it's with all music too. You have a responsibility not to be, you have a lot of people that listen to you. You have a responsibility not to say anything that may cause somebody to get hurt or something like that. But also you have to be able to say what you want to say. So I went back and forth with censored records and non-censored records before, and I kind of like it now. You can if you're a kid, then you should always have the your parents watching over you, and then you can get that censored record from your parents. And if you're not, then you should be old enough to know that what they're saying is just creating, a picture, and you're not supposed to go out there and really do what they say, So I think it's just your age and, how well you're kind of brought up with that.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.